Universal Studios simultaneously released Trolls World Tour in theaters and for premium video on demand last April. AMC Theaters retaliated by banning Universal movies from the 11,000 plus screens. The banning of a studio by a theater chain had no immediate impact, with most theaters closed for the coronavirus pandemic. That was 3 months ago. Orion Pictures announced a simultaneous release of Bill and Ted's Face the Music to theaters and for premium video on demand. None of the theater chains cried foul and threatened retaliation like they did for Trolls World Tour. AMC and Universal Studios announced last week a deal that could change the way movies are released to theaters and for premium video on demand. An update regarding Tenet before I deep dive into the new deal between AMC and Universal. Warner Bros. Recently removed Tenet from the release schedule without setting a future date. Tenet could have opened in December if Dune postponed to summer 2021. The new release dates are internationally on August 26th and in select U.S. cities on September 3rd. Why the split release? International release makes sense as most countries around the world has the pandemic under control to reopen movie theaters. The U.S. release is a bit sketchy, with the pandemic spiraling out of control in most states. The top 3 markets, New York City, Los Angeles, and the San Francisco Bay Area, probably won't have any theaters reopen in September. Universal Studios announcing a simultaneous release of Trolls World Tour with delays shot in a long-running battle between theaters and studios. Theaters had for decades a 90-day exclusivity period on showing new movies. That gave consumers a choice between watching a new movie at the theater or waiting for the home release. A choice that maximized profits for the theaters at the expense of the studios. The studios want to give consumers a different choice by offering a simultaneous release of a new movie. It doesn't matter to them if you watch at the theater or from home. A choice that maximizes profits for the studios at the expense of the theaters. AMC slapped down Universal hard as a warning to other studios. The theater chains weren't going to allow a studio to challenge the status quo. Pandemic or no pandemic, most theaters plan to reopen with social distancing rules and at reduced capacity by midsummer. Orion Pictures made 2 announcements about Bill and Ted Face the Music. The first announcement was the movie being postponed from August 28th to September 1st. The rescheduling of Tenet and Milan has been a constant theme in my theater and drive-in videos. A link to a playlist of those videos can be found in the description below. No surprise that Face the Music got a new release date. The second announcement was the simultaneous release to theaters and through premium video on demand. A bit surprising considering what happened to Trolls World Tour and Universal. But the bigger surprise was no reaction by the theater chains. Perhaps the theaters' inability to reopen the doors by now reduced their ability to dictate terms to the studios. And then AMC and Universal announced their deal. What's the key points of the AMC and Universal deal? The exclusivity period for new movies reduced from 90 days to 17 days. Most movies make or lose their money in the first 2 weeks of release. Universal will have the option to release new movies to premium video on demand. AMC will earn their cut by hosting the video on demand on their website. Low-cost streaming services will still have to wait 90 days after release. Nothing has changed for Amazon, iTunes, and Netflix in this regards. The deal applies only to AMC and Universal. Other theater chains and studios could join in to avoid being left behind. Except for Disney, the House of Mouse will do whatever it wants. It's hard to say who got the better deal between theaters and studios. I doubt consumers will benefit much from this. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and click on the notification bell to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching.